Hello, I am Carlos Leon and I am UTPL University students. On this occasion, I present the modal verbs for this video. It is related to the practice pre-professional in the university. Welcome to this class, dear students, please. Let me share my screen. Okay, for this occasion, I have a modal verbs topic. Yes, that is very interesting, this topic. Welcome, my students, and present this picture for introduction to the topic. You can watch it and after that, tell me the main aspect of this picture, okay? This is a fox. Its scientific name is Fennec. This is a wonderful picture. Look at this, the main characteristics, like ears, tail. It is small, it's not big. It's a wonderful animal. This is the very interesting nature. The nature is very artistic for these things, okay? Okay. After that, I need you express some ideas about it. Like this is small. It has a long ears. It has a long tail. Its color is yellow. That is wonderful. It is small. And another main characteristic, but in the landscape and around it, don't have any trees. This is very interesting how life is still. That is very interesting how life is still. Okay, so let's continue with the next topic. I hope your participation were very opportune for the topic, for the picture. Now, I invite you to participate in a provocative state game. I need you concentrate for the topic, no? In this activity, provocative statement game is very easy. Only example, for a provocative statement, some drugs should be legalized. That is very interesting. Every people in the world wish that some drugs should be legalized. Another provocative statement, Facebook should be banned, or Breaking Bad is overrated, or one child is enough, organic food is a waste for money, etc. That is very interesting to understand. For example, in my case, I need a lot of money without working. Yes, that is an example of provocative statements game. This activity is very interesting, and I need you to share with your classmates some provocative statements. Okay, let's continue with the next slides. In this, we have present you the goals for the class in the four main skills, like listening, speaking, reading, and writing. One moment, please. I need change to the page. Sorry. It's here. Look, that is nice. Listening goals is number one. Students will be able to use and improve their ability to understand and comprehend the verbal information. And the speaking skill, students will be able to explain the correct use of modals. On the reading, students will be able to recognize and join the vocabulary. It's the most important part. Join the vocabulary words in the real context. For the writing, students will be to construct their own sentence using the new knowledge grammar about modal. These are the 4 objectives for this class. Students, welcome to this. I need you concentrate very well, please. Did you know the modal verbs? You can see in these aspects, can, could, might, will, would. Examples. Modal verbs are those verbs in English that help a sentence have a better meaning thanks to their function. It is the main aspect of the modal verbs in English. You can use them when to give another meaning to a sentence. For example, if you want to permission, this is a keyword, to speak or to know if they could come looking for you. So this verb that serve as auxiliary verbs seem to give a specific meaning to certain action. Now, that are they and how to use them. This is a definition about the modal verbs. Okay, let's continue with the next slide. Now, let's look at the modal verbs. You can see can, made, will, must, should, could, might, would, should, and ought to. In this case, I have only 10 modal verbs. The 10 modal verbs are very interesting. Let's continue with the topic. Using can. Its meaning will depend on what to say. You can use it to express some. This is the most important aspect for can. Ability, possibility, or request. Or to say you are qualified for something. Example, forgive me, can you tell me what time is it? Or the answer, I can cook pizza. Or using the third person, he can speak French in negative form. Look at this, the main character is to can in affirmative sentence, and he cannot speak French in negative sentence. The use of can, that is very interesting too. Continues with could. This modal verb comes to be the past form of can. The past form. Its meaning is the same, but the verb tense express something that has already happened or is also used to provide alternatives. Example, we could meet up today. This is a sentence. And in the next examples, we can use as a question. Could you call your mom, please? The use of the could modal verb. Let's continue with the next topic. May. It is a variation of the verb can, but it is a more formal modal verb. If you want to ask permission, this is a good way. With it, you can count or establish a possibility. Example, in this case, I have an example in a question. And the second example is a sentence. Might I speak now? Or we might go to the college tomorrow. The use of correct the might. Let's continue with the topic. Mind for suggestions or possibilities. This verb expresses it clearly. Its use depends on the context. Very much more flexible than may. Example, he may come tonight. Or in the second example, you might as well try to open and get in the car. In this case, I have two examples in sentence using might. So let's continue with the will. The will is a modal verb. This is the verb that talks about the future. Everyone has a specific characteristic. The future, prediction, question, or concern establishes that it's possible or already possible that something will happen later. Example, you will find it. We will listen to the next time. Or in the question, will you marry me? In this case, I have three examples. Two examples in sentence, in affirmative sentence, and one example in the interrogative form. Okay, let's continue with the next topic. The next modal verb, would. Talk about habits that you did before. It can also be used in the future tense if your intention is to show that you are willing to do something or establish conditions. This is the main characteristic, habits and established conditions. Example, the first example is a question. Would you please close your windows? It's a polite expression. Would you please close your windows? Or when I was in France, I would speak French. Okay. When I was in French, I would speak French. I would like you to know the third. This is a sentence. The first one is a question. Okay. So let's continue with the next topic. Must express a need. Express need or a strong suggestion. In addition, it implies that you can come to suppose about something. Example, you must be joking, or maybe must have done something. These examples is related to the must use. The both are in sentence. The both are in sentence. It express need or strong suggestion. Look at this. Have done something is a strong suggestion. And express need, be joking. Okay, let's continue with the next topic. Shall. This is a not very common modal verb. This is very, the use this shall is rarely because it is a formal. Its meaning is like that of the verb will. It expresses something in relation to what can happen. Example, we shall dance together some by later. Why we don't use the shall? Because it is a formal. It is not common. Its use is rarely, only in formal contents, informal expression, and formal use. Okay, let's continue with the topic. Next, in this occasion, I have a should. It's used more when giving advice. This is most important characteristic of the should use. Giving advice or making or asking for suggestion, opinions, and actions, or to generate the certain level of expectation for something in the future. Should is characteristic the use in the future tense. The future tense is the main characteristic for the use. Okay. In the example, you should listen to me. Listen to me. You should listen to me. Or this is in a sentence, but should she doesn't back. This is a question. The use of should. I remember, student, please. It is using more than giving advice. It's the main characteristic for me. I can identify should when I giving an advice. For example, if you sick and your friend, your mother, or your dad tell you should go to the doctor. It's an advice. Okay, for the correct use of the should. Okay, let's continue with the next topic, the next slide. We have here the ought to. This is rarely used, ought to. It's not very often that you come across this verb. However, its meaning is similar to that of should. This is my characteristics for the use of ought to. It's not very often that you come across with the verb. However, this is meaning is similar to that of should. Example, I ought to practice more piano class. I also practice more piano class. It's very interesting. We have the knowledge about the modal verbs. The modal verbs, correct. So, my dear students, I hope you understand me. And let's continue with the next class. Next slide, sorry. Let's look at the one last example of how to use multiple modal verbs in a conversation. This is our real context in the real life, in where we can apply our knowledge about the modal verbs. In this case, or in this occasion, Mario and Anthony have a short conversation using the modal verbs, and their expressions are interesting. Mario, you should practice more today, Anthony. Anthony answered him, yes, first I must. Look at this. In this case, Anthony is using was. But in the example number one, Mario using would, should. Anthony, yes, first I must finish this homework, but don't worry, I can speak Italian. After that, Mario can express, then we will have an excellent score tomorrow using the future prediction. We will have an excellent score tomorrow. It's a future prediction. Advice as you can use As you can see, they are easy to use modal verbs that express very clearly what you want. The more you practice, the more you fluent your English will be. So don't forget to review the daily one. Why to do this is very talking English classes. Or practice short conversation with the classmates. Dear student, please, the knowledge English we get in the practice every day, every moment, in every actions, in every activities you do every day. If you practice English, you get more early English knowledge. Okay, let's continue with the next slide. Dear student, thanks for your attention. I hope this topic was interesting for you. Mhm. Okay, dear students, I need you complete the activities online, thank you for reinforce, and I watching the videos in YouTube to reinforce your knowledge about this topic. That's all for now, and thanks so much for your participation to me. See you next time, dear students.